Hi, boys and girls. Let's do some math. So we're jumping into lesson 13. We're on session 1, page 281. And at the top in the blue, you notice in yellow, it says explore. So that means today we're just exploring, we're just practicing. What are we practicing? Totals greater than 10. So all of your answers are going to be more than 10. You can use the make 10 strategy. You can find some own strategies of your own that you're comfortable with. If you have blocks, you can use those blocks, the Unifix cubes. You can also use the little erasers that I gave you. If some of you got that from me, you can use those too. So on page 281, we're going to read the problems 3 times because we need to figure out what are the numbers, what do they want us to do with those numbers, how does this work, what does it mean, what am I doing, those kinds of things. So page 281 has a try it, and it says Gia brings 6 balloons to the party. Ezra brings 6 balloons. How many balloons do they have in all? So Gia brings, oop, that one's totally dry. Okay, so Gia brings 6, Ezra brings 6, and then it says how many in all. So I'm going to put a box around in all because that's the word clue that tells us we need to add. So we're doing 6 plus 6 equals how many in all, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 6 plus 6. So Gia brings 6 balloons, Ezra brings another 6 balloons. How many balloons are at the party in all? So you can get out 6 blocks of one color, 6 blocks of another. If you have those little erasers that Miss Flam gave you, you could do 6 mermaids and 6 tacos, whatever works for you. You can also use, if you don't have that, you can use a pencil and do like we did before, X's and O's. So 6 X's, you could make 10, 1 line across, 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, before I continue, please pause it and I want you to try it. How do you get 6 plus 6? What strategy do you use to find the answer? So go ahead and pause and then hit resume, play it again once you're ready to see how I solve it. And I'm going to solve it a couple different ways so you guys get familiar with a bunch of different strategies. All right, so I have 6 X's, 6 O's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's my 10 plus 2. So 6 plus 6 is the same as 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2, count on 10, 11, 12. 6 plus 2 is 12. Now, if you have different colors, you could put them in together and say 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is also what you could use with markers or the cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you could count on. I know this is 6, so I don't need to count on because that's already 6. Or I'm sorry, I don't need to count them all over again because I know it's 6. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's one way to solve it. Okay. You could make 2 rows of these counters using different colors. You could also do the different shapes. You could also do what we learned yesterday with make 10. Let's see, can you see down here? Yeah, okay, 6 plus 6. If you know how to make 10, if you know what I add to 6, you know that's a 4. 6 plus 4 are friends of 10. And then you have 2 left over, 4. Tap it out, 5, 6. So then it's 10 plus 2. So that's another strategy that would work for solving this equation. Now it's totally up to you which one you use, what works best for you. Okay, that's why I teach you a bunch of different strategies so you can figure out which one do you like the best. Okay, so I'm going to take my eraser and erase all of this. If you wanted to pause it, rewind it, write all of them down, you totally could. That would be a great help for you The more you work out these equations and you do them with different strategies, the better you're going to get at math and the better you're going to get at these difficult equations. So before I go on, 6 plus 6 is what we call a double stacked, and it's a double stacked because it has two of the same addends. 6 plus 6 is an addend, a doubles. 5 plus 5 is a double stacked, 4 plus 4 is a double stacked, 3 plus 3, 2 plus 2, 1 plus 1, 0 plus 0. Those are all double stacked because they're the same number being added in twice. Both addends are the same number. That's what we call a double stacked. All right, page 282 has a green connected up at the top, and it says there are 6 chairs, there are 6 red chairs. There are 7 green chairs. How many chairs in all? So in all is our word clue. 6 red, 7 green. Now, if you're following along with me and you're doing the word clues, you would put a box around in all. And also, for our new friends, you need to remember that you are circling the numbers. So anytime you come across a word problem like this, you need to circle the numbers, circle the numbers, circle the numbers. So then that way you know what numbers you're working with. So I would circle 6 and I would circle 7. The color doesn't really matter. They're not asking us anything to do with the colors. What they want to know is how many in all, which means I'm adding 6 plus 7. So I'm going to read it one more time just to make sure that I got that right. There are 6 red chairs. There are 7 green chairs. How many chairs are there in all? All right, good. So there's a couple of different ways you could solve this. You could make 10. You could know your double stacked. So the double stacked we just did was 6 plus 6 equals 12. Good. So if you know 6 plus 6, could you solve 6 plus 7? Absolutely, you could. So one way to do it is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I count on. I know this is 6, so I don't need to recount all those. So I start counting on at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So my answer is 13. That's one way. That's just putting those counters next to each other. Also, you could use the Unifix cubes to do that. But like I said, if you know 6 plus 6, we just did 6 plus 6 equals 12. Do you remember this when we did this? 6 plus 6 plus 1. Equals 13. Right? Because you know 6 plus 6 is 12. Then you bring this down, plus 1 is 13. So this was something we had done before when we did the near double stacks. So if you know 6 plus 6, you could do that. If you know 7 plus 7, which is also a double stacked, 7 plus 7, let's pretend you don't know what 7 plus 7 is. Let's solve it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I'm going to count on starting at 7 because I know it's 7 plus 7. So I don't need to count all of these. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7 plus 7 is 14. Okay, remember when we did this? You could also say 7 plus 7 equals 14, but it's not 7 plus 7, it's 7 plus 6. So if I know 7 plus 7 is 14, I should know 7 plus 6, excuse me, we're not adding anything, is 1 less. This is 1 less, take away 1. This is take away 1. Whoo, that's some heavy level stuff right there, boys and girls. So your answer is 13. Lots of different ways to get there. Just a reminder, this is a model. I drew it out. All of this would be considered showing your work because you're taking what you know in here and you're putting it down here. All right, so let me erase this. And just so you know, there are 13 chairs in all. We just went about it different ways. Oh, okay. Really quick before I move on, I wanted to show you this 6 plus 7. Do you remember how we did? I'm gonna use a different color. This, we just took it and we put a box around it, or sometimes we just put a line. And if you know 6 plus 6, which is right here, this is 6 plus 6 equals 12. And then you have this plus 1. Now this would look like this, right? But then you have to cross out 1 because it's 7 plus 6. And then same thing, you know, this whole thing is 14, but you're taking away that 1, so you get 13. Okay, so that's just using the visual. If that confuses you, don't listen to this plan. Okay, I just was trying to help. But if I made things worse, just move on. All right, so now we're just gonna practice. Those are the green pages, and we're on page 283. All right, page 283. It says, prepare for finding totals greater than 10. Number 1, think about what you know about doubles plus 1. Fill in each box. Use words, numbers, and pictures. Show as many ideas as you can. Possible. So the first one is okay, so it's doubles plus 1. Okay, so we'll put a circle there, and then there's 4 boxes. So this one is examples. This one is words. Pictures. Pictures is another word for diagram. And we just did one, right? We did 6 plus 6, or 6, I'm sorry, 6 plus 7. That's doubles plus 1. So doubles would be 6 plus 6. Doubles plus 1 is 6 plus 7, because there's that 1 extra in there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a picture of doubles plus 1. And then a non-example is over here. Non-example means something that's not an example of a doubles plus 1. So a non-example of a doubles plus 1 would be like 1 plus 3 equals 4. This is a doubles plus 2. Okay. Another example would be a doubles fact, right? Yeah. So if this was 1 plus 2, that would be a doubles plus 1, but it's not. And then 4 plus 4 is a doubles, not a double plus 1. Okay. Examples of a double plus 1 we just did were 6 plus 7 equals 13. You could also do 5 plus 6, which is 11. You could do 2 plus 3, which is 5. So instead of it being 2 plus 2, it's 1 more, which is where I get that plus 1. 5 plus 5, it's 5 plus 6. Okay. Words. How would you write that in words? Well, you could say a couple of things, but what I would say is it's a doubles fact. It's a doubles fact with 1 more added. So a doubles fact is 6 plus 6. A doubles plus 1 is 6 plus 7. So it'd be 6 plus 6 and then plus 1 more added in. So if you come up with different examples, that's totally fine, but I want to make sure that you also understand mine. So take a minute. If you need to pause the video so you can write these down, please do so, because it's really good. It's really important that you understand what a doubles plus 1 is. Even though we have done this before, this is kind of a tricky subject. All right, I'm going to move on to number 2. So I'm going to erase this, but again, rewind it and pause it if you missed it. Okay. So number 2, Paloma says that 5 plus 6 is greater than 10. Is she right? Explain. Okay, so Paloma says 5 plus 6 is greater than 10. Well, if we don't know, the first thing we need to do is solve 5 plus 6. So 5 plus 6, I could do it in a number of different ways. I'm going to go back to the doubles plus 1 because I want to make sure that you guys are understanding that again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to put 6 underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to draw a line down. And this is right here in this spot is 5 plus 5. This would be plus 1. This is a doubles plus 1. Now 5 plus 5 I know equals 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 plus 5, that number one is 10. Plus 1 is 11. Okay, so is it greater than 10? Yes, it is. Paloma is right. 5 plus 6 is greater than 10. Another strategy you could do is you could, if you know 6 plus 6, doubles fact, you could do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you know 6 plus 6 equals 12, then you would just take 1 away, and 1 less than 12 is 11. Now remember, same players, different parts. Here the 5 is the line leader. Here the 5 is the middle. Okay? So different ways of solving it, but I got the same answer. Okay. Now problem number 3 on the green page is just more practice. It says, number 3 says, solve the problem, draw to show your work. So you have to take what's here and put it down on the paper for your teacher. Okay, there are 7 blue fish. There are 8 yellow fish. How many fish are there in all? All right, so 7 and 8. So those are going to be the numbers you're going to circle. You're going to circle the numbers. Then you're going to put a box around in all because that's your word clue. You need to know what you're doing with these numbers. You're adding them. How many fish are there in all? Okay, so you can use counters and make 1 row of 7, 1 row of 8, count on. You can use your doubles bond. You can make 10. Oh my gosh, you could make it a doubles fact and solve it that way. So I'm going to solve it a couple of different ways. So again, you can see how you would choose to solve it and then pick and choose what strategy is best for you. All right, so 7 plus 8, this is just like we did the other day. I'm going to break this down and I'm looking for a number. I'm going to do make 10. So this one is make 10. Now I know 7 plus 3 is going to get me to 10. And then 3, I'm going to start at 3, stop counting at 8. However many fingers I add on is what goes there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 5. So it turns into 10 plus 5, which is 15. That's one way to do it. If I'm unsure if I did it right, you could always do another strategy and see if you, in fact, did do it correctly. So I'm going to try another strategy and see if I did it right. So I'm going to do the doubles plus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to draw 8 below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to draw a line down, and I know 7 plus 7. I know this is 7 and 7. Here's my 8th one over here. 7 plus 7 I know is 14. Plus 1 is 15. So that's one way. If you know 8 plus 8 is 16, then you take away the other one and you would find it that way. You could draw 7 and 8 and then count on. That's another way. You could do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you get 15. So the correct answer is there are 15 fish in all. I hope you got that. All right, that is it for today. So The green pages are super duper important because they help you practice and they get you really ready and understanding these concepts. So anyway, great job today, boys and girls. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you later. Bye.